have wanted to go to Dunnottar Castle for over 20 years, and on the Sunday of our trip away to Scotland, it was a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. How naive was I to think I would even get near the castle? So by lucky coincidence, we went there. There was nowhere to park. It was teeming. There was coaches everywhere. And I get it. It was a stunning, warm, sunny day. So we carried on because we couldn't park anywhere. And it took us into the most beautiful little seaside town of Stonehaven. And I can honestly say that was such a lucky thing to happen. We managed to squeeze into a tiny little parking space just a way off from the actual harbour, but it was utter chaos. There were cars trying to squeeze in everywhere. They were just flocking into the resort. All the car parks were full, but what an incredible place, because the car parks are free. The locals welcome everybody. They must be driven to despair some days by the people trying to park in all the places where it says don't park. But what a charming place. We had fish and chips on the quayside there. We went and had some of the local ice cream. And it was just such a lovely afternoon. The little old chap in the museum, again, it's free to enter. He was chatting away to us, and it really was a special day, and it's actually going to make a lot of, a lovely memory to look back on.
I'm the guy who's doing the little ballroom. Now that's
Well, the following day couldn't have been more different. The website said that the castle was closed till 1 because of the torrential rain, the thunderstorms and the lightning. So being us, we went off early, got to the car park when there was no one else there, and sat and waited, and it was so worth it.
phone.
Yep. So as I stood on the cliffside filming, I couldn't believe the goldfinches. There was absolute flocks of them. I couldn't count them. There was too many that kept swooping around in front of us. It was one of my favourite birds, and it was the least expected that day to see. So that was really exciting. Was it worth sitting in the car for nearly 3 hours waiting for it to open? Oh my days, yes. It was such a fabulous experience. I was actually surprised that while we were sitting there waiting, how many cars turned up, went down in the pouring rain, even dragging children in prams and pushchairs and things with the thunder going and the lightning. The lightning was that bad. It even knocked out the electrics to the catering van. It was striking all around us, yet people were still going down to take photographs. But even though it was wet, slippery, and as you can see, it is a climb. You do want your really good walking boots on, and do be prepared that the surfaces are very slippery and there's a lot of climbing involved. But it's a fabulous, fabulous experience. This made me smile. In one of the cells, when you put your phone through the door and lit it, look what appeared. I love the sense of humour of the people that set this up, because it made everybody jump every time they did it. every castle has its ghost stories. And I'm sure with everything that's gone on in this place, it must have had so many ghosts. But what I did find very interesting, as you can see here, there's meant to have been a lady wearing green tartan that's been spotted. Now, no, I didn't see her, but my photographs have been quite clear, as you've seen through the rest of it. But while I was in here, I really struggled to take clear photos. And it was really interesting how things distorted, how light refracted. There was a shadow on the wall. I could see why people might see that. And then a little later on, I don't know if you'll spot her, but by one of the big windows, can you see the ghost there? Don't want to spoil it for you, but actually it was a lady, and it was just the way that the camera worked, but it did make me smile. Those looking, this is the photograph I was talking about. The lady in the window, or the ghost if you like. spent almost 3 hours looking around. There was so much to see. Interestingly enough, the descent down was almost as hard as the climb up because it was quite slippery and you had to really watch your feet going down. But we headed back down to the beach and had our last look around down there and the little caves where the sea was washing in. And as we were leaving, the coaches started to come in. It was just starting to brighten up, and even though there was only an hour to go before closing, I couldn't believe that suddenly the amount of people that were there. So we just timed it right. So unless you really want blue skies, I would highly recommend going on a day when there's not so many people around, because as you can see from the photos, though there were people there, I was able to see everything I wanted to see. This brings to a close the end of our Scottish road trip. It was an amazing experience and well worth getting back at 2 a.m. the following morning. And I'm really looking forward to going to Scotland again because it was such a welcoming and lovely place.